I'm Jen Plotzke, and I'm the producer for our TV pilot, How Am I Doing?
I'm Colleen Davie James. I'm the director of How Am I Doing, and
I'm Ken Perlstein, and I'm the writer, creator, and lead actor of How Am I Doing? It started out autobiographical, basically becomes bigger than life. You know, there's just, it's based on just not one person that's lived through some of these stories. So it's autobiographical about my stories of not just recovery, but human struggle, and the successes and failures of it. So that's pretty much what it's about. So
but it's funny.
He's a lovable guy.
He always forgets to say it's funny.
It is funny. It's really.
And he's a comedian, and this is what I don't get. Sorry, he's down here for me. He's a comedian. I used to be a comedian, but I'm not because I'm bitter. And it's a story about struggle and recovery and family. But honestly, so it started autobiographically with him. But it bounced into something way bigger, and it's not just like, because it's an actor in New York, so it's not just a New York story, it's not just an actor story, it's not just a recovery story. What I loved about it was that every single story and theme in this applies to almost every person across the board. There's a huge audience for it, because we approach all of the drama with comedy, and that's, I think, what the world needs right now.
That's how we deal with it.
Yeah.
And this character is Eli. His heart is huge. It's bigger than his filter at times. So that's who he is.
Actually, surprisingly, like with indie film and pilots and all of that, like generally you always have, a large handful of hurdles, but this shoot went surprisingly smoothly until the last day. One of the scenes, the opening scene, which we shot on the final day, takes place in a classroom that's full of children. So we had to find a school that we could shoot in when school was not in session during the day, which was difficult. And we also had to find children that were available. So here, we finally did it. We got this great space, and we had all these kids. We had 12 or 13 kids, 25 parents. So I'm in there, Ken and Colleen are working, and I'm over behind the scenes, and I'm wrangling the kids basically. I'm like trying to schmooze with the parents. And so we're all ready to go, but our sound guy was an hour and a half late. And so we have a hard out at the school. It was like, so as a producer, I'm in the background, like, hyperventilating into a bag. I'm like, where's the sound guy? Where's the sound guy? He finally shows up. Went off without a hitch, and we picked up and got everything out. I mean, like in the nick of time.
Now, the interesting thing is that we took 5 different locations, 5 other different locations, and put them in my apartment. So
you can't really tell. We did a good job with that. We had a
great set designer. We had an awesome set designer.
Production design was amazing.
Oh,
sorry, because Maggie was a fantastic production designer. Is.
And one of the things she did, so I have a son who's now 7.5, but at the time he was 6, and we had to transform his room into an 11-year-old girl's room. So that was.
So he came home to Pink, and it says Becky on the wall. And
Becca,
he was
he came home. Is my name Becca now? I said, no.
What happened? But I want to go back to Jen's story about the sound guy who showed up an hour and a half late. This is me strangling him.
It was great.
That was their biggest day as well, because it was 12 kids, their parents, and we had to move from Midtown, Hell's Kitchen, to Upper West. We had to do the big dramatic scene, which was the AA scene, the speech, the monologue that moves everybody to tears and laughter. And then we had to do a walk and talk with a Steadicam outside. So that was a huge day, and that guy showed up late. So just,
an hour and a half late. And so that AA scene was in my building. So we used the kids' playroom in the basement for the AA scene. We just kind of cleared it out.
Did we give a credit to your building? I hope we did, because they were amazing.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, my building is, you take care of them, they take care of you. And
that's independent filmmaking, right? We do it any way we got to do it.
I mean, we literally got 7 locations for the price of 1.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the price of Ken's mortgage.
And marriage.
Yeah.
Almost the price of marriage, almost
And
in
his-
the price.
And his wife wouldn't let us wear shoes in the house. So we had this crew.
But I cheated.
and
But I cheated a little bit. There were
he
some
cheated,
people,
not us.
you know,
Don't tell her. Don't say that. She's going to see this.
no, not in that, you know, but with the shoes. I'm talking about shoes, not biblically, you know, not biblically.
We cheated with the shoes. I'm sorry, we did.
Jeez, Colleen, jump to
And
conclusion.
that was me. I'm just saying. You said she did. Okay, I was confused,
You know,
but everything's fine.
we used the neighbor's apartment. We also used the neighbor's
Oh,
apartment.
that's right, we did.
We used the neighbor's apartment right
It was
next.
gorgeous. Let me tell you, we don't live like that here. We're in the TV Tropes block on a Friday, the 13th. We're extremely excited about this date. It's 10 a.m. LA, and let's not be ethnocentric. It's 1, isn't it 1 in New York? No, 10,
Yes.
2, 11, 12.
1
1
p.m.
Like, I should probably do this math before I say this. 1 o'clock in New York, 10 a.m. in LA, because everybody's up at that time on Friday. So I've known Ken for a long time. We are all actors in New York City, and actually that's how the cast came together. We handpicked these people from our group in New York City, and it was just, it was kind of a no-brainer the way it came together. But Ken, I've known Ken for a long time, and he's a stand-up comedian, but he's also a fantastic actor. He's in Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, but I had never worked with him before. And Ken, I'm sorry I haven't told you this. I was shocked at how good you were. I shouldn't say that. He was so good, seamless. We did tell him 2 weeks out, Ken and I did, that he had to let go of any sort of producerial reins because he was an executive producer, and that he had to kind of release as the writer his hold on things because we just needed him focused on.
That's a tough thing, and it's a lot tougher than, you know, one thinks it is. I've worked with Jen in one other film, short film, but I know Jen as a person that gets stuff done, because she gets shit done, okay? And I like women who get shit done. And so Jen's like, I will produce this. We were looking for a director. My lead actress, Amanda Brooke Lerner, who plays my ex-wife, said, hey, Colleen, Davie, James would love to, you know, have a shot at this.
I had heard about it, and so
Yeah.
I was, and I knew Amanda, and I was like, Amanda, you might want, can you just let Ken know that I'm interested? It was like,
But you know what?
Yeah.
She got it. And I remember I sent Colleen the script, and we talked, and she just got it. She got it. She got what it was about.
it's a universal story, man. It's not just me. Everybody gets it, and it's so fun. It's so deeply fun and sincere.
So I'm about to compliment you. Can I do that?
Thank you. Okay, sorry.
All right. So
I think it's a mutual admiration society. I really like that.
It is, yeah.
I appreciate my team. I've never been more proud to have, you know, two strong people, two really good dear friends and strong people, strong women as my team. And I'm like, whatever you guys, you know, suggest, we will do. So my script before I gave it to Colleen was 52 pages. And she said, you know, we can make this, because it was going to be a fortune to shoot 52 pages. And I also didn't want to do it without paying my actors. I wanted to make sure that I paid my actors, because to me, it makes a difference. I've done enough deferred films. I'm like, you know what? It makes it special for me to be able to do it in a union way.
Yeah.
So we were able to do it. She's like, we can split this into a half hour. We did that. We made some changes. I made some changes, tweaked some things.
Yeah, and I think it was all of us. I think it was
Yeah.
you and me and Jen were just, it was of a mind. We came together and went, this is what's possible. And hey, we'd had a talk of a sizzle, and we went, no, this is
No.
we don't need to do that, because we already have the seasons written out. Like, let's just make the pilot.
We wanted to make the pilot as best as we could, and we wanted to focus all of our energy on that. And we've screened in a handful of festivals, and the audience response has been really, really great. So we know that there is an even bigger audience for this out there. So we are really looking forward to producing the entire at least the first season. We want to produce the entire series. We want to get it distributed and find it a nice, cozy home on a network.
Yeah, that's exactly
Yeah,
what
I mean, I think that these characters, there's a lot of, I think there's great longevity in the story, in the characters. There's so many, so many avenues that this can take, and we're just excited to further it and get it out there.
Can I just
They're
say,
so great.
okay, so we've been a handful of festivals. However, I've been to many major festivals, and dealing with it during this pandemic and doing the whole online thing. We've had, I don't know how many online festivals. This one is by far the most organized, the most professional. Like, you can feel its caliber, even though it's virtual. It's so impressive. I love BitPix. I love how that's working for people. And I mean, I'm not sure how like the awards go and all that stuff. And we're just, we're happy to be nominated or whatever. I don't know, happy to be here, period. It's such a great level to have reached. But the way that they are doing it is the most seamless I have seen it. I haven't seen Sundance yet. That's next year, but I've seen this one and it is amazing.
Well, I'll go first. My social media is, I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Jen Plotzke. And the pilot is on Instagram and Facebook at How Am I Doing TV.
My social media is K Perlstein 250 on Instagram, or you can put in Ken Perlstein and you'll see my pretty face. Facebook, it's not that pretty. It's a character face, but it's good. I live with it. And then you can, on Facebook is Ken Perlstein. That's questionable. But yeah, the How Am I Doing TV on Instagram. We also have a website for How Am I Doing.
Yeah, actually on the website is also our one sheet. I don't know if our APK is there. Anyway, I am Lights Camera Colleen on Instagram, Colleen Davie Janes on Facebook. I'm Colleen Davie on Twitter. Don't follow me on Twitter. It's all political or retweets. It's boring. But yeah, I would say Instagram's the way to find me. And How Am I Doing TV is the way to find us.
Yeah. Thank you so much. This has been really wonderful, and we hope you enjoy How Am I Doing?
It's been a pleasure, and yeah, I'm really excited about this. Please check us out in the HollyShorts, How Am I Doing? And I think you'll like it.
This is fabulous. We're excited to be here. I honestly could not be more pleased with where How Am I Doing has ended up at HollyShorts. So thank you so much for watching.